movies. Come along with me, we'll watch them on the screen. Movies, movies. Come along with me, let's watch the movie. Hello everyone, thank you all for coming in. I am here today review on Sherlock Holmes. I hope you like I hope you like the accent, because I'm not really English. I'm not really English, you know. I'm just doing it because I think it'd be kind of nice to do Sherlock Holmes review in an English accent. So I was watching it, and let me just, before I get into it, I want to tell you how I thought about the movie beforehand. Anyway, so see, I saw the commercial for it, and it looked like it had a whole lot of action, and there was something that was worrying me, and that this would become an action film, not a mystery movie. You know, because Sherlock Holmes is mystery. He's a detective before Batman. I mean, he was there before, and you know, it would just be a real bummer if there was very little detective work. I was also I was a little concerned about Jude Law as Dr. Watson, because I like Dr. Watson as a character who can kind of see things that Holmes overlooks, like the fact that sometimes Watson will notice that how he's making people uncomfortable, and therefore they don't really want to say anything to him, so, you know, take a seat, sort of thing. Just stuff like that, little things. So I was worried that Jude Law would be too much of a tough guy actor for Watson, and but after I saw the movie, I was really, really impressed. I mean, bloody hell, I thought it was really good. I mean, because you see, the thing with this, it sold me right from the beginning. It showed Holmes, and he looked over and he saw this man, and he says, okay, from this he means this, and because he scratches ear means he's partially deaf in that ear, and blah, 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 blah. And he decided all these things is that the best way to attack would be dun, 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 and boom, and then he'd be down. And he's like, and then he just takes him down like that, bum, 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 and he's down. And then it just took it from that scene. I thought, oh, that's Holmes right there. He would fight smart, not just like that. He would just use his deductive reasoning to figure out the guy's weakness and take him apart. Oh, crud. Excuse me. So anyway, as I was saying, you know, as the movie progressed, it had a really nice tone to it, a really nice look. Okay, my accent is changing up, so I'm just going to talk normally, okay? It had a really nice look to it. I mean, it looked really like stylish old England sort of thing. And I love the relationship they had between Watson and Holmes, because they had so many things good with that. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is becoming one of my favorite actors, because he takes roles and he just makes them so much more better. I mean, the role of Sherlock Holmes itself is a pretty big role to be reckoned with, and you put Robert Downey Jr. and he makes it the best it could be. Jude Law did a really good job as Watson. I was really surprised. Sure, he was more tougher than your regular Watson, but he was a military doctor. I mean, he was bound to be tough. The villain, Lord Blackwood, was they did him pretty well. He had that weird thing with the teeth, though. That was just weird. The opening scene was just really explained the entire movie. And something about Holmes here is that they did here is he's more of a guy that just keeps on finding things for his mind to do. I mean, like in previous movies and probably in the books, I haven't read any of the books, but I've watched the TV show, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I saw my favorite Sherlock Holmes movie before this was Young Sherlock Holmes. I cannot find that movie to save my life, because it was a really good movie, and the first movie to ever use CGI. But we're talking about this Sherlock Holmes, and it was really well done. Like, they did a lot of scenes where they would go from this scene to this scene, and you didn't even skip a beat, and then they show, oh, all this happened in between these things, and just a lot of things were done really well with this film. The girl, played by Rachel McAdams. I don't even know her name. I was really concerned of how they were going to do with a girl. I mean, actually, the trailer was really misleading, because in the trailer, she's like basically in her underwear and leaning over Sherlock Holmes. But in the actual scene, she was in normal clothes, and her hair was straight, not tied slutty or anything. I guess they did that to get more people, but I mean, even though I'm glad they didn't make her slutty, it is weird to mislead your audience, like, by doing that. Whether they redid the scene or whatnot, I don't know. But there was also a line in the trailer that I wanted to hear. In the trailer, it said, "You may do this as a hobby, Mr. Holmes, but I do this for a living." But that was never in the movie. But that's nothing, man. I mean, the movie had a great mystery to it, a great sense of mystery to it, and they have a preview of Professor James T. Moriarty, who is basically the first big villain of ever. I mean, like, before there was a Joker, before there was Lex Luthor, there was James T. Moriarty. I mean, it's whenever you talk about top villains, you always compare it to Sherlock Holmes and Moriarty. And you didn't see his face, but the voice they had, it was perfect. And so they have it all set up for a second one, like a sequel. It's all set up. It's played more like a series, and this film had so many good acting, so many things, so many great. There's a scene where there's an explosion, and then they're all running away, slow motion. Sherlock Holmes is running away like in slow motion. It was that's like my favorite scene in the film. The acting was great. The cinematography was great. This is just a great film. I haven't enjoyed a film this much since The Dark Knight. I mean, I just haven't. I mean, it was that good. It wasn't as good as The Dark Knight, but it was. I haven't enjoyed a film that much since then. I mean, it was just done so well. You guys, if you haven't seen it, you gotta see it. I mean, you just got to see it. Everyone's watching Avatar. Screw Avatar, man. I saw that. It wasn't half as good as this. I mean, this is probably the best movie of the year. I haven't seen every movie of the year, so. But in my opinion, this is probably the best movie of the year. So watch it, check it out, watch it again. That's what I would do. I mean, honestly. So guys, remember, I'm LaserDude99. If I don't like it, it's not worth it. See you around. Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel. And wait for more coming soon.